Hello everyone, welcome back to Oneg Shabbat. Today we will discuss Parashat BeHalotecha. Parashat BeHalotecha is a very full and intense parasha that I think takes us from one half of Sefer Bemidbar towards the next step of Sefer Bemidbar. So in the beginning of Sefer Bemidbar, we see a lot of preparation. The Parashat Bemidbar, Naso, we saw the minyan, we saw the way Amichai is prepared, how they walk around the Midbar, how they have to run their machaneh, we spoke about last week. Here we see it actually starting. We're actually starting to move. We see that, for instance, in פרק י' talks about ויהי בפסוק י"א, ויהי בשנה השנית, בחודש השני, ב-20 לחודש, נעלה הענן, מעל משכן העדות. We see in חודש אייר, in the second month, then the Anan moves and Am Yisrael is going to start moving as well. Now what's the original plan here? The original plan, a beautiful thing I heard from Rabbi is that we're meant to get to Eretz Yisrael in Chodesh Sivan, just like Matan Torah was in Chodesh Sivan, the Chodesh HaShlishi. That is also the Knisa La'aretz will be in Chodesh Sivan. How do we know that? Because we see that they leave in 20 LaChodesh HaSheni, which means they leave in Kaf Be'iyar. How long is the walk? That we know in Sefer Dvarim. Sefer Dvarim tells us that Am Yisrael is on the verge of Eretz Yisrael, Achad Asar Yom Echorev Derech HaSeir, which means it takes 11 days. 11 days from the 20th of Iyar, bring this right to the beginning of the Chodesh HaShlishi, right to the beginning of Chodesh Sivan, a year later. Which means a year after Am Yisrael got Matan Torah, Am Yisrael gets meant to receive Eretz Yisrael. Now, not only is that meant to be, but the war that's meant to be is meant to be a very different war than what we see in Sefer Yeshua. Sefer Yeshua is a war that has miracles inside it, like the falling of Chomot Yericho, like the rock coming down in Mount Bet Choron. But Sefer was a war of face-to-face. Am Yisrael was in combat. Whereas, in the parasha here, we see a completely different war. In Pasuk Lamed Hey, it says, which means the Aaron gets up, and when the Aaron moves, then everyone moves. First of all, the Aaron goes to war here. Is that something that we see, something that we don't see? That's another question. But here it says, which means once they see the Aaron, then the Oivim just run away. There's no war. The Oivim scatter on their own. So we see there's a date that wasn't fulfilled in the end. We see that there was a way of war that wasn't fulfilled in the end either. What happened? When did all of this break? The simple answer is that it all broke in Perek Yud. It started breaking in Perek Yud and reached the climax in the next parasha, in Chet HaMeraglim, which we'll discuss next week Be'ezrat Hashem. But it starts in Perek Yud ויהי העם כמתאוננים רע באוזני אדוני, וישמע אדוני ויחר אפו ותבער במשך עיני ותאכל בקצה המחנה. What exactly is the sin here? All it says כמתאוננים רע. מתאוננים means something's bothering them, but what's bothering them? The Torah doesn't say, but it says, ותבער בם אש השם. Now, if the Torah doesn't say what exactly was their sin, כנראה that the content of their sin isn't the ikar. The Torah doesn't say what they were complaining about. That doesn't matter. What matters is the mere fact that they were complaining. Why is this so significant? Let's compare it to what we see right before by being Sacher on the parasha where Moshe talks to Chovav ben Reuel HaMidyani. He speaks to Chovav ben Reuel, tells him, come with us, you can be our Einayim, you can help us. And notice the word Tov, which he keeps using again and again and again. For instance, in Pasuk Lamed Bet, והיה כי תלך עמנו, והיה הטוב ההוא, שייטיב אדוני עמנו, והיטבנו לך. 3 times in the same pasuk, Moshe Rabbeinu uses the word tov to express what is awaiting Am Yisrael. Now, what happens in the end is not clear. It's not clear if he comes with them or doesn't come with them. In the beginning, he says he doesn't want to come, but afterwards, Moshe Rabbeinu said you should come and help us. It doesn't say if he came or didn't come. Obviously, the Torah doesn't say, then the answer is it's not the point of the story. The point of the story isn't to tell us if Chovav ben Reuel came or not, but rather to teach us about Moshe Rabbeinu. But Moshe Rabbeinu talking about all the tov. Moshe Rabbeinu awaits this journey of Vayibim Sa'aron, and he's imagining all the good that will come. But we see here one of the most fundamental things that we'll see in Sefer Bemidbar is the distance between Moshe and Am Yisrael, where Moshe is in all of the tov. Moshe sees everything coming. Moshe is in the milchama, Vayibim Sa'aron. The Am isn't there. Am Yisrael are way behind. Am Yisrael ויהי העם כמתאוננים רע. What exactly is the content? Doesn't matter. ויהי העם כמתאוננים רע. Things are not so good. Moshe Rabbeinu is in all the tov. The Am is with all the ra. The idea being here that there's a distance between Am Yisrael and Moshe. And whereas Moshe might be ready for coming into Eretz Yisrael like this, the Am are not exactly in the same place. Am Yisrael still need to go through a deep process which they have not been able to go through. They've started in leaving a Mitzrayim and Matan Torah in the mitzvot that have come since, but it turns out, as we'll find out through Sefer Bemidbar, that while they can come out of slavery, it's very difficult to take the slaves out of them. Moshe Rabbeinu is in one place way up high. Am Yisrael is not there. Moshe Rabbeinu is ready to enter Eretz Yisrael. Vayibim Sa'aron. Am Yisrael still needs another long process to endure, which we'll see throughout Sefer Bemidbar until we see Sefer Dvarim when they finally enter the land in Sefer Yehoshua. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.